Witness agrees to testify against her. Hillary Clinton has been complaining about Donald Trump's apparent collusion with Russia for the past few months in order to detract attention away from herself. It looked like things were looking up for her, until now, because a key witness has just agreed to testify against her. The Senate Judiciary Committee issued a subpoena to the co-founder of Fusion GPS, Glenn Simpson, who has been on Clinton's payroll for years. Fusion GPS was the company that sent out information regarding unconfirmed allegations against President Donald Trump detailing the event that he had prostitutes urinate on him in a hotel in Moscow, which just so happened to be the same room that Barack Obama once stayed in. The subpoena was initially issued because Simpson refused to testify, but it has since been retracted because Simpson has willingly agreed to testify. However, since that time, Mr. Simpson, through his attorney, has agreed to provide a transcribed interview and requested that the subpoena compelling his attendance at Wednesday's hearing be waived, Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, R. Iowa, and Ranking Member Dianne Feinstein, D. California, said in a statement. "We've reached an agreement on this request and have withdrawn the subpoena." Fusion GPS spread claims that Natalia Veselnitskaya met with Donald Trump Jr. to get dirt on Clinton. Veselnitskaya is involved with Fusion GPS, and Attorney General Loretta Lynch used this special relationship to get the lawyer into the U.S. without a visa. It would seem that Veselnitskaya, Clinton, and Fusion GPS all teamed up to frame Trump. All signs are saying that they were hard at work on the Russia collusion before the president even won the election. What do you think? Share if you think Hillary Clinton should be locked up. China just gave North Korea the worst news of their life. China has revealed that they will remain neutral if North Korea attacks the United States. Although that is wonderful news for the United States, the large country still advised that it would still defend North Korea if we try to overthrow Kim Jong-un and his regime. Global Times has reported on this. According to Fox News, the U.S. has a great deal of support from allies when it comes to responding to hostility. If North Korea continues to threaten America, Donald Trump has pledged to respond with fire and fury like the world has never seen. Although he has been criticized for his aggressive behavior, the president wonders if he has been tough enough. Plans have already been devised for every possible scenario by U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mattis and other military leaders. Because China has promised to stay out of the fight if North Korea decides to attack, the playing field may have just opened up for Mattis and his. Eric Bolling rips Huffington Post limb from limb after their slimy attack. After rumors spread quickly that Eric Bolling sexually harassed a number of women, he was suspended from his position at Fox News. According to Mr. Bolling, he is totally innocent. He has released this statement. Mr. Bolling recalls no such inappropriate communications, does not believe he sent any such communications, and will vigorously pursue his legal remedies for any false and defamatory accusations that are made. Huffington Post writer, Yash Raleigh, is now being sued by Bolling for reporting a false story. Yash Raleigh tweeted, "Just received a summons. Eric Bolling is suing me for defamation $50 million in damages. I stand by my reporting plus will protect my sources." Ali also tweeted, "It's important to note that Bolling's summons does not include HuffPost, he is coming after me personally. I'm a big boy. But very telling. Bolling has spoken and he looks forward to clearing his name." For example, in his tweet he stated, "Overwhelmed by all the support I have received. Thank you. I look forward to clearing my name ASAP. I will continue to fight against these false smear attacks. Thank you for continued support." Yash Raleigh has also revealed that he will not stop reporting on anyone else, and this includes Eric Bolling. Who do you think is wrong in this situation? Michelle Obama gets booed by thousands of people at NASCAR race, watch how she reacts. Recently, Michelle Obama made the mistake of attending a NASCAR event with Jill Biden. After the First Lady's name was announced to the crowd, the entire stadium broke out in boos. Michelle attempted to remain stone-faced during the event, but it is clear that she is embarrassed by the less than warm welcome. Trump is seriously considering making his first pardon. You'll cheer when you know to who. It has been communicated that President Donald Trump is seriously considering pardoning former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Arpaio was recently found guilty because he refused to follow a judge's orders to stop profiling suspected illegal immigrant drivers. Trump went as far as telling Greg Jared from Fox News that the pardon could take place in a matter of days. Fox News has reported more details on the charges. Both men initially aligned on the issue of illegal immigration, but commentators claimed that the report proved Trump sides with racists. This would be Trump's first presidential pardon if he chooses to follow through with it. Could you imagine? GOP senator who destroyed Obamacare repeal receives a massive blow in return. GOP Senator Susan Collins betrayed her party when she decided to undermine the Obamacare repeal bill last month. She even tried to make herself look better by making up some absurd Planned Parenthood excuse that had no factual evidence and made her look ridiculous. Unfortunately for Collins, the senator does not seem highly favored according to the latest polls. Town Hall has reported that 60% of respondents in Collins' home state of Maine are less likely to vote for her in a primary due to her sabotage on the Obamacare repeal. Things only got worse for her when the polls proved that only 28% of respondents would even carry out voting for Collins in a potential primary situation, and 55% would rather vote for someone who had the support of Gov. Paul LePage. Collins has been historically popular among her home state of Maine, so she must be utterly horrified to see the state that her popularity is in now. Voters are wondering if she is even a Republican. President Trump criticized Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for not removing Senator Lisa Murkowski, Senator John McCain, nor Collins from their chair positions in the Senate, which would have forced them into voting for the proposed health care bill. Trump has stated in reference to this, he should have known that he had a couple of votes that turned on him and that should have been very easy to handle, whether it's through the fact that you take away a committee chairmanship or do whatever you have to do. Share if you think Susan Collins is a traitor. 6 major companies decided to boycott Trump. Let's boycott them. Of course, when a career politician was running, these 6 major companies had no problem sponsoring the 2012 GOP presidential convention. However, they have since retracted their support in 2016 when Donald Trump was nominated for the title. The Hill revealed Wells Fargo, J.P. Morgan Chase, UPS, Motorola, Ford, and Walgreens have all refused to participate in last year's GOP convention upon learning that Trump was to be the nominee. Although they will never admit that this is the reason why they pulled out, it is quite obvious why the slap in the face occurred. To make things even worse, Wells Fargo agreed to sponsor the Democratic Convention's host committee held in Philadelphia. "We are supporting the City of Philadelphia host committee given our significant community bank and team member presence," stated Erica Reynoso, spokeswoman for Wells Fargo. "Our decisions around the host committees were determined late last year before either party determined the nominees. This is consistent with our past practices. Other companies are retracting their support and turning their backs on our president. For example, Conservative Fighters reported that Heineken has shipped out their product in search of a world without borders or barriers. The company has recently introduced this outrageous marketing strategy to sell their beer. Take a look, here's to an open world, to a world without borders or barriers. To the belief that there's more that unites us than divides us. To finding common ground. So raise a bottle with the person next to you. Because a stranger is just a friend you haven't had a cold Heineken with yet. Open your world." Ironically, the company is purposely ignoring countries such as Germany, France, and Sweden who have all previously supported the idea of open borders, even though this support has shown them an increase in violent crime and terrorism. Most Americans do not want to fear for their communities, and polls show that 80% disapprove of sanctuary city policies, and 52% of voters are actually in support of the president's temporary ban of refugees. Share this story if you are going to start boycotting these companies.